Welcome, race fans, to the opening round of the new season, live from the legendary Kylami circuit in South Africa. We're in for an absolute thriller today, and we've got an AI system on hand to bring you all the edge-of-your-seat drama. The big story is Daniel Bourne, who qualified a disappointing 17th, but rumor has it his engineers have rigged up a state-of-the-art cloaking device, allowing him to turn invisible and catch rivals by surprise. As the lights go out, the cars seem to have a mind of their own. The steering wheels are spinning erratically, the engine's making strange noises, and the drivers look perplexed. Could this be mysterious alien interference or a top-secret experiment gone awry? Whatever the case, the chaos is unlike anything we've ever seen, and Daniel Bourne is clearly operating on a different level. This is going to be one for the history books. Bourne's cloaked car dodges the chaos as cars inexplicably veer off track around him, putting the young star in prime position to pounce. Bourne's cutting-edge cloaking technology is proving to be a game changer. His car appears to shimmer and fade in and out of visibility, leaving the other drivers completely bewildered. It's as if the laws of physics don't apply to this young prodigy. He's navigating the chaos with ease, unaffected by the strange occurrences happening around him. This cloaking device must be the product of some incredible engineering ingenuity. Unbelievable scenes! Bourne's cloaked car has suddenly appeared side by side with Belavia's machine, and the two are now engaged in an intense battle. It's as if Bourne has materialized out of thin air, catching his rival completely off guard. The cloaking technology is giving Bourne an unprecedented advantage, allowing him to strike when Bellavia least expects it. This is high-stakes racing at its finest, with the two drivers jockeying for position as the crowd roars in amazement. This cloaking technology Bourne is using seems highly suspicious. How is it possible for a car to simply disappear? It doesn't seem fair at all. He's gaining an unfair advantage over the competition through some sort of technological trickery. The other drivers must be furious watching him coast through the chaos. Bourne's rapid progress raises concerns about the legality and fairness of his car's rumored cloaking capabilities. Oh, well, would you look at that? David's car has just slammed hard into the barriers up ahead, and I can't help but wonder if Bourne had something to do with it. The way his cloaked car was able to just materialize right in front of David, it's almost as if he engineered some kind of optical illusion or distraction to catch his rival off guard. I mean, the timing is just too convenient, isn't it? Bourne suddenly appears in David's path, forcing him to take evasive action, and the next thing we know, David's car is in the wall. It's almost as if Bourne's mysterious cloaking technology has some sort of mind control capabilities, allowing him to psychologically manipulate the other drivers and make them lose control. This is starting to feel less like a motorsport competition and more like a high-tech magic show. How can we be sure Bourne isn't exploiting some kind of loophole or technicality to gain an unfair edge? Well, would you look at that, folks? Karma has finally caught up with Bourne and his sneaky cloaking device. The young upstart has just spun off the track, losing control of that mysterious, technologically enhanced car of his. You just knew it was only a matter of time before his luck ran out, and that unfair advantage came back to bite him. All that gliding through the field, appearing and disappearing like a ghost. It was bound to end in tears sooner or later. And now, here we are, watching Bourne struggle to get his car pointed in the right direction after that spectacular spin. Oh, the sweet, sweet justice of it all. The other drivers must be absolutely loving this, seeing the so-called prodigy get his just desserts. No more coasting through the chaos for Bourne. Now he's got to rely on good old-fashioned driving skill to try and claw his way back up the order. Let's see how he fares without that high-tech trickery at his disposal. This is what happens when you try to game the system, my friends. Sometimes the racing gods have a way of evening the playing field, no matter how advanced your technology might be. Bourne's chickens have come home to roost, and I, for one, couldn't be happier about it. Oh, how the mighty have fallen! Bourne's meteoric rise through the field has come crashing down as technical gremlins and his own overconfidence have sent him plummeting back to 21st position. Howdy! karma has well and truly caught up to the young hotshot and his mysterious cloaking device. The racing gods have spoken. No amount of trickery can overcome true driving skill. Unbelievable! Bourne has somehow managed to overtake Kochiemba, despite his car having just spun off the track. I'm sorry, but how on earth is that fair? He's clearly still relying on that cloaking technology to gain an unfair advantage, while the rest of the drivers have to fight tooth and nail for every position. This is starting to feel less like a genuine racing competition and more like a circus act. Bourne is making a mockery of the sport, using gadgets and gizmos to bypass the true challenge of motorsport. Where's the integrity in that? Alright folks, let's fast forward a bit and see what kind of calamity Bourne has cooked up now. Somehow, against all odds, he's managed to claw his way back up to 17th position and is now challenging Bellavia for the spot. I can only imagine the kind of technological wizardry he's been up to during the last few laps. Probably found a way to hack into the other cars' onboard systems, disable their engines, or maybe even create some kind of force field to repel his rivals. At this point, I wouldn't put anything past him and his engineering team. It's almost comical watching Bourne glide around the track, seemingly unaffected by the laws of physics. The tension is palpable as Bourne's cloaked car hovers mere inches behind Bellavia's machine. You can almost hear the panicked shouting through the radio. How are you doing this? It's called engineering, you Luddite! This is cheating and you know it! Quit your whining and drive! Cheating! Please, you're just threatened by a little innovation! Bourne scoffs, his voice dripping with condescension. This is the future of motorsport! You'd best get used to it! Innovation? You're exploiting some kind of loophole! This isn't racing! It's a high-tech magic show! Bellavia fires back. How am I supposed to compete with a car that can just disappear? Simple. You need to up your game, Bourne retorts coolly. Maybe if your engineers spent less time complaining and more time developing cutting-edge tech, you wouldn't be getting left in the dust. Cutting-edge tech! This is borderline sorcery! You're making a mockery of the sport! Bellavia practically shouts. The fans deserve to see real drivers, not tech-enhanced puppets! Oh, spare me the holier-than-thou routine! Bourne scoffs. The fans love this, whether you like it or not. They want excitement, drama, and that's exactly what I'm giving them, at the expense of fair competition! Bellavia exclaims. This isn't what racing is supposed to be about! Says who? Bourne counters, a hint of a smirk in his voice. I'm just playing by a different set of rules! Quit your winning and try to keep up! The radio cuts out, leaving Bellavia seething as Bourne's cloaked car continues its relentless charge forward, leaving the veteran driver to wonder just how far this technological arms race will go. As Bourne's cloaked car pulls ahead, Bellavia refuses to let his rival disappear into the distance. But Bourne seems to have a trick or two up his sleeve to maintain the advantage. One moment, it's as if the very air around his car shimmers and distorts, making it impossible for Bellavia to get a clean run. The next, sensors on Bellavia's machine suddenly go haywire, feeding him false data and sending him veering off the racing line. It's like Bourne has hacked into Bellavia's systems, using some kind of advanced cyber warfare to undermine his competitor. Every time Bellavia thinks he's got Bourne in his sights, the young upstart finds a new way to slip through his fingers. This isn't racing, it's a high-tech game of cat and mouse, and Bellavia is quickly running out of answers to Bourne's technological trickery. With just a lap and a bit to go, Bourne's antics have reached a whole new level of absurdity. As Bellavia desperately tries to find a way past the cloaked car, Bourne starts toying with him mercilessly. One moment, his car seems to split into multiple images, confusing Bellavia and causing him to lunge in the wrong direction. The next, Bourne is brazenly waving at his rival through the transparent sections of his cockpit, mocking Bellavia's futile attempts to regain the position. It's infuriating to watch this self-absorbed, tech-obsessed upstart flaunt his unfair advantages so brazenly. Bourne has no respect for the sport or his fellow competitors. He's turned this race into his own personal playground, flaunting his superiority rather than earning it through genuine skill and determination. If the race officials had any integrity, they would have black flagged Bourne long ago for his blatant disregard of the rules. As we head into the final lap, the tension is palpable. Bourne still holds the lead, his cloaked car darting around the circuit with seemingly supernatural abilities. Bellavia is in hot pursuit, desperately trying to find a way past, but Bourne is making an absolute mockery of him. It's infuriating to watch this young upstart flout the rules with his high-tech trickery. This is supposed to be a test of driving skill and engineering prowess, not a showcase for technological wizardry. Bourne has turned this prestigious race into his own personal playground, using gadgets and gizmos to gain an unfair, unnatural advantage over his rivals. Where's the integrity in that? The fans deserve to see true racing, not some high-tech version of hide-and-seek. I can't help but wonder what message this sends to the next generation of drivers, that success is measured not by talent and hard work, but by who can develop the most sophisticated technological cheats. If the race officials have any concern for the sport's future, they need to step in and put a stop to this madness. Technology has its place, but not at the expense of genuine competition and fair play. This isn't racing. It's a perversion of everything the sport is supposed to stand for. As Bourne crosses the line, his cloaked car seems to disappear entirely, only to reappear in a theatric flash, as if to further mock the integrity of the sport. That's P14 for Bourne as he crosses the line, his ostentatious display of technological prowess leaving a bitter aftertaste. But the season is just beginning, and the drama is certain to continue at each thrilling round. Stay tuned, race fans, as we bring you this dynamic commentary every week for the LFM's 14th season.